Well, hello, my gig workers. My name is Sarah, and this is Gig Girl, Pearls of Wisdom. My name is Sarah. My last name is Pearl, hence the Pearls of Wisdom. Here we go. This is my Lavazza Italiano in my Joy Jolt double walled glass mug. Does life get any better than this? So it's 5:20 in the morning and I'm suiting up because Instacart starts dropping orders around quarter of 6 cuz it's summertime. I've got my Outback rain slicker and it's it's like a country brand. They've got really cool stuff. I've got a few of their pieces, but the I've got a black and a yellow rain slicker, and they go down to about my ankles because they're men's sizes. And the rain and the wind is coming down and sideways or coming sideways. And so it's going to be one of those sort of days. There happens to be an Instacart promotion, do 5 batches guaranteed $94. So we'll see how that goes. So if I start at 6 a.m., maybe I can do it, taking the small batches and having it all work. I don't really like, dive in to do the promotional things. It's just it was a challenge. I did it a couple of days ago, and and I made so they paid me the 74 because that was what the promotional was then. And so, yeah, so I try to take the higher tip, lower batch price. Well, I do that anyway, right? So I'm all set and I'm looking forward to this. We're in the middle of a either hurricane or tropical storm, Henri. And so it should be an interesting day. I'm one of those New England kind of girls that if I'm not home watching the storm on the Weather Channel, I like to be out in it. I know it's kind of that wacky part of me. I used to have a newspaper route, and I'd pick up the papers at 2 o'clock in the morning. My route was almost 600 people, 600 different houses, and they don't do them like that anymore, but they used to call them mega routes, super routes. I don't know. But I'd start if the papers were on time, and thank God when they were, and it would take me till around 7 in the morning, but it was 7 days a week. And it's not like you could just call in sick and have somebody deliver 600 newspapers. Hence, they probably don't do it that way anymore. But it was a 7 day a week commitment. And I think I did it for 18 months. It was probably one of my biggest gig jobs. And then I really created a gig world job. I became a coverer for all these people. So I would learn their roots and they would get a blessed day off every now and then. And I really loved doing that. And it was back when there was cassette players and they would put their trip on a cassette and I could just put it in mine in the car and I'd know, go to the next house, look for the fire hydrant, there's a reflector there, look out, they have animals out in the yard, gravel driveway, blah, blah, blah. Bring it to the back door, not the front door, not the side door. Actually, they want it in their mailbox. Always put it in a bag, no matter what, because the sprinkler system. And they would pay me handily because they could finally get a day off. And so I had quite a few of those routes. And that was great gig work because I could say yes or no. And I always said yes because, and do it, 2, 3 times a week for, I had like maybe a half a dozen, maybe 8 different newspaper deliverers that hired me to do it, and I love that. That was really initial gig work. That was like 30 or 40 years ago. I'm 71 now. Yeah, that's how I am. I did all those things back then, and I it was quite a handy little business. That was gig work, and then I cleaned houses for people that were on my delivery route and little old ladies that I am now that began to trust me delivering their newspaper. I had a newsletter, so I'd let them know what was going on and why you may have noticed and how about this and, all that kind of fun stuff. So my gig work um, had its nexus way back when, decades ago, and like babysitting, basically gig work, right? And some people tipped and some gave Christmas bonuses and things like that. So I've always loved the freedom and the independence of many different and varied jobs. And I could certainly do a lot more when I was cleaning house and catering at weddings and other events where I could like be the bartender and all kinds of things like that that I used to do. Now it's basically the gig work of Instacart, which I prefer. Corner Shop has made it as far as Boston, but not down here on the Cape yet, although I qualify. I think I applied, but I'm not going to take trips in Boston. And then the other food service, I've been approved for Grubhub. I have their bag, and Uber Eats and DoorDash. And I think that's it. We don't have a lot of different options here on the Cape. And so once the summer season is over, which could be right now, once the hurricane leaves, it kind of kills the summer tourism because people are going back to school and they say, well, we'll just use our vacation insurance thing, get the money back, and we'll put it towards Disney in the winter, I guess, something like that. And so I'll start doing the food delivery when the roads are more clear. But right now, it's just ridiculous. It's a parking lot with windshield wipers. So I will don my yellow slicka and I'll go out there and it'll be a fun day. I plan on being wet. That's what comes with the territory. And then today being what it is, as I record this, we're going to cook on the big green egg. If you don't know what it is, Google it. It's a great grill smoker thing. Looks like an egg. And we do that one day a week. And we smoke our meats and our veggies, and it lasts all week. And it's a great little tradition that we've done for years. And we have the Weber gas grill for like, the hey, I got this for dinner tonight. How about this? But that on the egg, it takes a while for Greg to do all the prep, and he's got this huge umbrella that he can put up when it rains. So it'll be a fun day, and I'll do my Instacarting. We'll see what happens. My rating is at 4.93. I'm working off those 2 4 stars. They'll never go away. I'm convinced they're just like barnacles on a boat. They're just here. And my cancellation rate is 5. And yeah, so we'll just do that and see how it goes. And I have not the whole day, but I'll stop around 11:30, 12. So it's, 5.5, 6 hours of doing Instacart. We'll see how it fills up, how the weather gets, because it could get nastier. And I'll enjoy my cuppa. It is what it is, right? And I think we're all waiting to see how the new Fiji, the new CEO, does with things. And if she, if her opening little video that we all watched was true or not, or if she's just BS like the rest of them, telling us what we so want to hear. I have heard about those. Certain people have reported that there's no more rating system where they are. There's just the shopper can leave comments. And if we up that one more way, where the customer leaves comments, and how about the shopper leaving comments? How about if we could, report and review and avoid meeting the people that other people have met along the way. I was doing in-store shopping yesterday, and I ran into an Instacart shopper that I see in the store, and I was chatting with her, and she was walking along slow, and she says, "I sure am going to miss those summer people who had money and they were generous, and they'd throw her $50 tips." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm going to miss them too." Then we'll be back to the $2 to $6 tips that other people think we deserve, as opposed to those that are generous with their money because they might have made it the hard way. And it's funny. I came from this entitled kind of upbringing where a lot of things just came my way. The whole community was kind of the same. Just entitled, Seven Sisters, Ivy League, prep school, that sort of thing. And you just kind of, you were born into the money, and so you never really had to earn it. And I always loved the mama mama and papa birds that kicked kids out of the nest and made them find their own way, even though they could have funded them. And, I definitely was one of those. I doing probably the gig work of the babysitting from 9 years old on. And I grew up in the alcoholic home where I was an only child adopted, and I couldn't wait to get out of the house because it wasn't a day at the beach for sure. And so, my gig work was born from help me to get out of the house. So I guess it was babysitting from 9 years old on, and then I just turned it into other things like, watching pets and cleaning houses and delivering newspapers and working at catered events as a bartender or a server, and then all the other gig work that I did along the way, my own cleaning business, and now here I am delivering the groceries. It is a great freedom, and I love that freedom of waking up and saying, "What will the day bring?" I'm really excited. And even though it's just using the one app, you never know what you're going to get. It's fun to see the options and pick one and see which direction of the area that I live in it takes me, because it's always fun. I love the first couple in the morning when the rest of the world is still asleep, and I don't really care how much they are. I just like the action of getting out there. Right now it's 5:30. I'm going to go bathe and get dressed and ready for the first one to drop, and I love it. And so that's why, the Instacart keeps me going. If Instacart stays out of my life, I'm real happy doing the shopping and delivering, right? I'm sure most of you understand that feeling. Don't muck up my app, please. Don't muck up my GPS. I think I'm going to go get a GPS thing and mount it on my dashboard of my Camry, because this Waze thing has been one big disappointment. I don't know. Or maybe just go to Verizon and say, "Hey, my 5G brand new phone just overheats," but maybe it is because it's 100 degrees out. I don't know. I just like to be busy, and I don't like, waiting an hour in line at Verizon to ask them and have them say, "Nope, there's nothing wrong with it." Ah! Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Gig Girl, Pearls of Wisdom. I will see you here the next time. Enjoy your day. Make lots of money and friends. Bye bye. For now.